Everyone, welcome back to Creatively Crafted Life, and today I'm going to bring you my second attempt at mixed media, and I find it a little intimidating to start off with. I do have a few books, but I'm just a little bit scared. So I did a class with the Reset Girl, and one of her handouts was this page with the prompt alphabets, and I thought this would be a perfect opportunity for me to expand on experimenting with mixed media. So the very first thing I had done was, when I heard the word alphabets, was I knew I had these old stickers, alphabet stickers, and you could see where they've been faded on the left hand side, so I'm never going to use them for scrapbooking, but I thought they would make a great textural item in this mixed media piece. So that was my very first jumping off point. And then I had one of the Tim Holtz Chit Chat books, you know, the ones with all the sentiments on it. And there was a sentiment in there that kind of struck my fancy at the moment. I thought, okay, this is going to be the quote that I'm going to put on the layout. And it reminded me of the word hope. So that was kind of my overall theme. So then I went on the internet and I looked up symbols for hope, and I found this star symbol in a circle, and I drew that out on the page just roughly with some pencils, and now with pencil, and now you just see me filling in parts of the shape with these stickers, and I'm using some matte medium or gel medium in order to help stick them down, because the stickers are not super sticky anymore. Like I said, they're really old. So I just apply a little bit of matte medium down and then put the sticker in. In some cases I did have to trim the stickers, which was fine, in order to fill that in. So I'm happy with that. These stickers also came with corresponding chipboard stickers that were more in a tile, a wonky shaped tile. And so I'm going to use those surrounding the star, just to fill in some of those pieces. And my thought with this is that they look like tiles. And my thought process is that I will fill them in with some texture paste and make it look like tiles. So when this is all said and done, what I'm hoping it will look like is like a tiled medallion, something that you would find, you know, on a wall or you know, a walkway or something like that. So it's just a matter of finding placement for all of these different sizes as best I can. And again, just using some matte medium to fill that in. So I'm going to continue to do this, fill in the spaces, and I will put some music on, and I'll come back when I hit the next step. So I'm just grouting these in sections, and I'm going to let that dry in between just because it is wet. So the next step is to fill in the remainder part of the star shape using this tissue paper from Tim Holtz. And I'm just roughly trimming that out, and I'm going to apply that with some gel medium here as well shortly. After letting that dry completely, I used some washi tape and I affixed my entire page to this Ranger no stick mat. As you can see, I completely covered the area surrounding the circle because I didn't want any ink to get onto the paper if I could avoid it. And I just used some spray ink over the entire image, and I'm just going to dry that up here, hoping that, you know, the ink really settled into the nooks and crannies. And now it's just a matter of layering some more color on. So this is a Maya Gold metallic paint in, I think this is petrol, I think. It's like a dark blue. And so I'm just going to go around the star parts where I have the alphabet stickers laid down as the foundation. And I'm just going to go through that just to kind of bring it out a little bit. Accentuate is probably a better word for it. So once that is completely dry, I'm going to take some matte medium here and go over the areas that I treated like tile and I did the grouting. I'm happy with the way that's looking, and I want that color to remain mostly that way. So I do want to seal it, and I think it'll just give it a little bit more protection. I'm a little worried that it'll break down, I guess. I'm not really sure on the overall longevity of it. So I think this will help. Once that's dry, I did a second coat of the Maya Gold again, and now you can see that the color is really starting to deepen up, and you really get to see the inner part of that star. So now I need to deal with the remaining points, and I'm using a combination of Gelatos and Tim Holtz Distress Crayons, and I'm just applying some of this color in the points, and I'm using a baby wipe just to kind of smear that around and get that into the nooks and crannies. You also see here is where I decided that I'm going to try and deepen some of the cracks of the tiles, and hopefully make that a little more interesting. And then I have some pit pens here, and again, this is just all about defining the lines and trying to make that star shape pop out. Now, because I have matte medium on top of this, it does give me the flexibility to remove some of the color if I needed to. So I was finding those I can't even speak. I was finding some of those points with the tissue paper were getting a little dark, so I just wanted to lighten that up. So that's pretty much it for the mixed media part. Now it's just a matter of peeling off the tape very carefully and adding my my quote. Despite my best efforts, I did get a little bit of seepage outside of my circle, as you can see there up at the top. And so I decided that I'm just gonna deliberately splatter some ink to kind of mask that. So I guess if you're going to do something like this, there's no need to do the masking like I did, but it is what it is. And then I just wanted to define the edges of the circle a little bit. Again, just looking for that contrast. And I'm just doing a doodly kind of border around it. And I like how that turned out. The final step is to add the word hope. And so I'm just pulling out some alphabet stickers from my stash. These are from Felicity Jane, and it fits quite nicely right in the middle, and I'm quite happy with that. And that is my journal page. I hope you enjoyed. This is a little bit different for me, rather than cards and scrapbooking, but I hope you did enjoy. And if you are a mixed media person yourself, leave a comment below. Let me know where I can find you. I'd love to be inspired by other people. And until next time, happy crafting.